Bobby Moore was the captain of the 1966 soccer team in England that won the World Cup. And as the captain of the team, he had the privilege of leading his team up the 39 steps to the royal box where the Queen was seated and was going to give the World Cup trophy to him, the captain. But as he was making his way up the steps to the royal box, he noticed that the Queen had on these beautiful white, pristine gloves, just as white could be. And as he saw her gloves, he suddenly became aware of just how dirty his own hands were. And he knew that he was going to be having contact with the Queen at the exchange of the trophy. And so, very conscious of his own dirtiness, he began to wipe his hands on his shorts as he went up the steps. He actually got up to the royal box where there was a velvet blanket of sorts there and wiped his hands on the velvet blanket, trying to get his hands clean before he came into contact with the Queen. Commenting on this, Von Roberts writes, "If Bobby Moore was worried about approaching the Queen with his muddy hands, how much more horrified should we be at the prospect of approaching God? Because of our sin, we are not just dirty on the outside. Our hearts are unclean. And God doesn't just wear white gloves. He is absolutely pure through and through." As surely as Bobby became aware of his own filthiness in light of the Queen's cleanliness, so also when we get a view of the holiness of God, we become aware of just how unclean we are. And the concern, of course, is not with mud on the hands, but with the moral filth that so often characterizes our hearts and our lives.